Well. You know what time it is. Y'all see the man's face. Y'all was
Uh,
enjoying him last week when we had him out here. So, of course, man, we said we're going to spin the block and had to get the old defensive coordinator on camera, man. This what happen when you start getting big time like how my dog is over here, all right? But shout out. Let's do the intro, okay? Because this is that Pittsburgh Steelers alum. I'm talking about that West Virginia mountaineer alum. And
yeah,
yes, they do say it's almost heaven
almost a
there.
lot of people say it too.
Okay. A lot of people say it, man. I'm talking about one half of the locker mates, my mother freaking locker mate, and the current defensive coordinator of Norfolk State University. I see you rocking the green and gold, the one and
Oh,
only Terence Garvin.
yeah,
Shout
my
out to
dog.
my dog. Let's get it. Hey, look,
Nice, nice. Yeah.
yeah.
Nice,
See,
nice.
this is what the people be missing when we on the phone. They like, yo, he sounds
I
like he's
see
having
that.
a good time. He sounds excited. I'm like, yo, I'm gonna get him on camera for y'all. All right, we're gonna get my
Yeah,
dog on
what a
camera. All
time,
right,
man. Let's go.
yo.
They say I'm a hands person. I'll be big on my hands.
I said,
Nice.
I said, my dog, they got trimmed, Duffy, slim. I'm saying, yo, you sharp over there, bro. I like what you're doing, man. I like
I'm
what you're doing,
trying,
man.
man. Big
Every time I
recruiting
look up,
weekend,
yeah.
recruit, Steeler weekend. There's a lot I had to clean up for it. It's a good time.
I said, "Oh, I knew you was big time, man." When I started looking on your IG, I said, "My dog posting pics with the barber." I said, "Oh, he for real, for real. He ain't playing no more." All right. See
Yeah,
y'all getting
shout out.
cleaned up on y'all boys, man.
Hey, get you the cut, the
Respect,
lift. We got the whole, whatever you need. Weights that work.
respect.
It's all there.
Wait, so we got weights that work. Let's go.
Weights that work. Whatever you need. It's all
Yo,
there.
shout out to my dog, man. Shout out to my dog. But
Yeah,
shoot, man. Last time we talked, we had got a chance to react to the Steelers draft class. Did not get a chance to talk about the undrafted guys signing. More so due to me, man. You boys out of power for a couple of days up here. Shout out to
okay.
all my Pittsburgh people that had to weather the storm. But we
Man,
back now, all right? We
welcome back.
back.
Lights
We
back
back.
on.
Hey, it felt
Here we
real good,
go.
all right? I can see you now, all right?
Here we go.
So, so with that though, we've had some undrafted free agent signings,
Yeah,
and
that's the
you and
best
me both
flavor.
would agree. Come
Yeah,
on, man. I was about to say,
come on.
me and you
You got
both
my
would agree,
attention.
man. They get some dogs. You get some real dudes, man,
Uh-huh.
that, don't get drafted, but get signed as undrafted free agents that really have impact and going to have amazing careers. I mean, you being one of the poster boys for that yourself, man.
For
So
sure.
what I wanted to do today, man, was talk about the seven guys that we did end up signing as undrafted free agents and just kind of get your thoughts on them, man, and see how we feeling about these dudes early on. But I'll list off the first seven names, and then from there, man, we'll go back and talk about them, a little bit more in depth at a time. All right. But
For sure.
obviously, the first guy that we had signed was Sebastian Castro, the safety slash slot corner out of Iowa. Then it was J.J. Galbraith, the tight end out of South Dakota. Shout out to the South Dakota people over there.
Nice.
All right. Ben Sauls, kicker out of your favorite university, Pitt. All right. Then after that, got the homie Rock Taylor from Memphis, the wide receiver.
Yeah.
DJ Thomas Jones, the fullback from South Alabama.
Yeah.
Aiden Williams, the guard slash left tackle from Minnesota Duluth. And
Nice.
then it was Keyshawn Williams, the wide receiver out of Indiana.
Nice.
Yeah. So,
Long. Nice. And you know that if you look at it, it's real specific in terms of
mhm,
position. Kind of, you go look for a guy that the more you can do kind of guy. All those guys are simply, in a sense, they're receivers slash return man, or they're, you know what I mean? Like you said, a
mhm,
guard slash a tackle, or a tight end that's a specialist in a sense. I'm here to get to you, you
yeah,
know, all kind of specific. So it's like, it do look like those are guys that you have a chance to make the team come in here and compete. I know that that tight end room's a little bit thick. So
it
it's like,
is.
so that's definitely, I'd say, position. Position specific in the terms
Yeah,
of he got to come here and do some special stuff in terms of in the block game or just
yeah.
however it can be.
Well, and I think that that's the unique part too, man, because with both of these players, man, JJ Galbraith, the tight end from South Dakota, and then DJ Thomas Jones, the fullback slash H back slash tight end out of South
Mm.
Alabama. You look at both of those guys, and their skill sets are really defined. One
Specific,
is
yeah.
definitely the pass catcher. One
Mm.
is I'm going to hit you in the face, man.
Mm. I'm here to hit you,
But
you
you
know.
can see, I'm like, all right, I see the competition for the one guy in terms of the Connor Haywards. Obviously, he's a Michael Pruitt type, you know what I mean? But it's like with JJ Garber, the other guy, I'm like, oh, that's more of the Pat Frymouth variety right here. Okay.
I get out, I can move around,
Hmm.
I do some stuff, but I gotta do something that makes me special in a sense, you
Yeah.
know. So I'm gonna have to get down in this block game pretty well because at the end of the day, like we barely I just
Yeah.
paid, you know what I mean, just paid a pat. So it's like the tight end that's going to take the routes, you know which one's getting the routes.
Hey,
Um,
TG, why does it work like that? What you mean? The guy that's getting 7, 8, 9 mil a year, he's the guy that gets to run all the routes. You don't have to buy. Why is that like that?
and if you buy they say if you buy the new Bentley, you gotta drive the new Bentley. Like you know how it go.
You
If you
gotta
buy it,
drive.
you gotta drive it. You start scoring them touchdowns after you got paid.
You
I
see it,
always
right?
joke, you started touching paid after he touched as soon as he got paid, he started touching
It's like
scoring
that's
touchdowns.
funny how that works, man. It was like, yo, my man went for like a year, 2 years and no touchdowns.
No touchdown.
My man getting
As soon
paid.
as
It's
he
like,
got paid, it's on.
back scoring touchdowns again. How that work?
Back to it.
Yeah.
So I was like, I think he's gonna have to come in here. He's gonna have to get blocking ish, but he's gonna have to give him a spell, run the
Yeah.
good routes, show what it's gonna look like. It's kind of like, all right, I can give somebody relief here.
Hmm.
In terms of the kicker, same situation. I can give somebody relief here. I can save the leg
Yeah.
a little bit, and it'll be ready when it's time to be ready.
Hmm.
Um,
Put him on the short list, right? So if anything does go wrong with Boz, hey, you're the guy that we would at least feel comfortable with because you were in camp. We've seen this before with guys like Matthew Wright as well, man.
for
Guys who
sure.
were here at some point, and then from there, it's like, all right, we'll transition, give you another opportunity, man, if something opens up. And
I will
I
give
mean,
you
you
a
never know.
chance. I will
Yeah.
give you a chance to kick in front of people to go
Hmm.
get a job.
Yeah.
So it's really just it's a tryout in a sense. It's a chance
Yeah.
to kick in front of people,
A
in
league
front of
wide
32
audition.
teams, a league wide
Yeah.
audition every week.
Hmm.
So I think that's dope.
Yeah.
You know,
No,
I
talk a little bit
think
about that mindset too, though, man, because I'm sure that that's something that most people in their, day-to-day jobs, they're not thinking, man, I'm going to work here every day, but I'm not going to be here 6 months from now. I'm not even going to be here 2 months from now. I'm doing this to get tape for all these other people over here to see me. Like, what,
sure.
like, how does that even work, man?
And I mean that's the business. Like you also just getting on a team is the blessing, to
Hmm.
get a team, to get the trial, to know you're gonna get those preseason games is a blessing because you got weeks of tape that you can put on tape for a
Yeah.
team. So you're still in the fight of the good fight. It's hard, it's still an uphill battle, 'cause you got your draft picks, you got your team that's already pretty set. They got the
Hmm.
new rules with the new practice squad, so it's a lot more numbers on the practice squad, so you can fight to
That
get a job on the
changed the
practice.
game. That changed the game
But
though,
that's
because
but
now
it's tough too.
you
You
fighting against
fighting
way
vets.
more people
You
now.
fighting
Yeah.
vets though.
That
You
changes
fighting a
things.
you fighting a
You
guy
you
that's
could
ready
fight a
to
me and
go.
you. It could be a me
Yeah,
and
I was
you
just
that
about
could
to
be on
say it's a
there.
me and you. It's
Yeah.
a taxi squad because it's a
That's
guy that's
way different
it's
now.
truly the 54, 55,
Yeah.
55th, 56th guy, or it's
Hmm.
truly this tight end, like you said, this tight end might
Yeah.
be he's a specialized tight end as a route runner.
Hmm.
If anything ever happens to Pat, this one
You're
might
the
know the
guy.
offense. He done learned
Yeah.
it. You're next up. So it's like you said, a specialized pick in a sense of
Hmm.
all right, you behind this. If anything ever happened, I know I
Yeah.
might could go with this. We didn't draft you, but we liked you. We picked you.
Hmm.
You know. So
Yeah.
it's like
Because
I'm
even
not
though to not be drafted, but to still be one of the 7 people that they decided to sign
for
as
sure.
undrafted free agents, it's like
It's
think
a big
about how many
deal
players like it's a lot of dudes that didn't get
for
drafted. It's
sure.
a lot of dudes that didn't even sign as undrafted dudes. Like
For
that's just
sure.
how competitive this level is, you know?
And I'd be curious who the first one is of the list because
Mm.
like they didn't have a second round pick, so it's
Yeah.
kind of like things bumped down in a sense like that where
Right.
that could have been somebody they might have if they had another pick they might have
They
drafted
might have
this,
went here instead.
you know.
Yeah.
So it's like this is the eighth round pick,
The eighth round. I know exactly what you're saying
It's
right
the eighth
there.
round. This the next
Yeah.
pickup. This somebody you feel that could help the team, you know.
Yeah.
What's the wide receiver you said?
Shoot. Keyshawn Williams, man, out of Indiana. Now he's the super quick or slot guy, you know what I mean?
Twitchy guy.
Hmm.
I'm familiar with Indiana a little bit.
Yeah. him
Usually that's JMU-ish, you
hey,
know.
hey, hey, hey,
That's kind of frat talk, you know.
already know. But I
But
say
that's a
between
twitch
him,
guy. That's a true
uh-huh.
slot, you know.
Look,
So
they went small speed there and then big speed with my
I was
man
gonna
from
say
Memphis. You
that
see
sound like
the
Memphis.
duality of it. Uh-huh.
But it's essentially the GP prototype, the DK
Yeah.
prototype. Let's get another one in here that can
Hmm.
grow, learn, watch, maybe
Yeah.
help push these guys. Maybe this
Hmm.
is uh maybe this is a good show team guy. Maybe
Yeah.
this is a guy that
Six
surprises us
three,
and
he go up
you
and
know,
get it too, man. You
let's
watch,
give
I'm
it a
like,
shot.
you got some
Let's see
good
what it
tape out
is.
there. Yeah.
One thing the undrafted guy is a hungry guy. You
Mm.
know, even though you're fighting the uphill battle, it's a hungry guy.
Yeah. Cause you
You're the
pissed.
undrafted guy. You're forever
Yeah.
undrafted in a sense.
Yeah.
So it's like
Yeah. You gonna
I
carry that
remember
with you forever. Yeah.
I remember Will Gay was like, just put your head down and go to work. Like, don't look up,
Yeah.
just put your head down. So
Yeah.
it's that
Hmm.
situation. Um,
It is
you
funny how
know,
they come up with different ways to motivate you. Just put your
yeah,
head down, go to
just put
work.
your
They
head
tell
down and go to
me
work,
as
man.
a sixth rider coming in, hey, don't count the numbers in here, bro. Just don't
Yeah,
count them.
don't.
Just you be good. It'll play out. Don't count them. Cause you be like, yeah, why am I here? Why'd y'all draft me? I
But
don't
I think
see this. Yeah.
with the Steelers needing help at receiver the way they do, it's
Hmm.
like a free agent. You do have a shot. All the positions you said, you do have a shot. It's
Low
not like you're
key, I was
coming in
about
here
to
with
say,
just you
yeah.
don't have a shot. Like
Yeah.
I,
We
I
don't feel
think
like
D
everything
tackles a little
is stamped right now.
D tackle like that's a little thick in there. You know.
I think
Um,
outside linebacker is more thick than D
it's a little
tackle.
thick in there in the outside
I'm like,
linebacker
you
room.
bring Jack Sawyer, I'm like, yo, you're a hard fourth right now.
It's tough.
And you nice, but you are a legit fourth. Like
It's
that's what
not,
you are right now.
it's not a
Yeah.
lot of room in there. So it's
Yeah.
like, which is a good problem team wise, you
Yeah.
know.
Very true. Very true.
Um, so that's all right. You got a shot, you know. I
Yeah.
think free agents, you guys go in the rookie mini camp, do what you got to do. Keep looking forward, going to training camp, and just OTA, just keep
Yeah.
on the rise. OTAs, the spring ball is to catch attention, to get somebody's eye, to make it to where you go to
Hey,
Latrobe
flash a little
with a
bit.
chance.
Just buy
Yeah.
yourself time to get to
Go to
Latrobe.
Latrobe on the positive. Go to
Gotta
Latrobe on the
get to
rise.
Latrobe.
Mm.
Arrow pointed up,
Arrow
man.
pointed
Yeah.
up. Buy you some time. But and then the preseason's different now. Like I mean, it's still
Oh,
don't. It's just
shoot.
yeah, it's different.
The 3 games and they trying to cut it
Yeah,
down even more. I'm like, bro,
because you got to
how
get
do
to
you
it right
stand
now.
out? Yeah,
You got to
like
get to it right now. You got to learn it right now.
yeah,
You
you
know,
got that's literally what the difference is
you
now.
got
I
to
felt
learn it
like
right now.
when we were doing it, man, with the 4 preseasons and even sometimes 5 preseason games, if you had the Hall of Fame, you had more time. You had way more time to figure it out, way more time to get comfortable, way more time to get acclimated to start producing at this level. Now, like you talk about, man, you don't have all that time in training camp. You don't have all that time with those games. You really got to hit the ground running.
You got to learn it right now.
Yeah, to
You got to
even give
learn
them
it right
reason
now
to
to give
believe
yourself a
that you're
chance.
worth it. Yeah.
Just
Hmm.
don't do nothing. Don't kill yourself at OTA.
Yeah.
Like don't you got to do your job,
Too
practice
many
like a
bus,
pro.
man. Don't be having the
Yes,
mental
no
errors, no
can't not too
lopes.
many buzz. Don't put
Yeah.
yourself in that bracket of I'm a bus guy. You
Yeah.
know. I think also like you said the fullback, that's a guy teams. The
Hmm.
Rosie Nix type effect,
Hmm.
I'm coming to give you
Shout out to
anything.
Rosie, man. Shout out to the
Yeah,
homie,
man.
man.
Salute. Anything I can give
Hmm.
you. I think that's that whole
Yeah.
bag.
Now, I did want to also ask you, man, because like I said, man, we obviously have been tapping into this Iowa talent pool a lot.
Yeah, I like that.
And look, went and
Yeah.
brought in the safety. I'm like Sebastian Cash, that's another Iowa defender that
I
we've
like that.
tapped in on, man. Like,
Iowa
what
was
is
a
it
top
about
10
Iowa?
defense
Talk
in the
to me.
nation last year.
Talk to me.
Iowa
Talk to
Iowa
me.
was a top 10 defense. They tackle, they set edges, they play
Hey,
hard.
hard edges.
They tackle. They'll jump in that they'll jump in that cover two in the corners and represent the edge. Like they
Hey,
believe in that. So
and
it's
they really will
it's
fit you up.
they'll fit
Yeah.
you up. So
Uh-huh.
it's a tough day. It's a good team. Uh
No,
I
no. Why
think
you
I
need a
think
hard edge out there, man? Just
because
because I heard how you brought that up. They said they said hard. They said edges, bro.
yeah, they'll set an edge.
So
So
that defense,
it's
man.
guys who get after it, it's guys who know how to win. You know,
Yeah.
leaders,
Hmm.
guys who know how to win. I think if you're ever on a top 10 defense, it leaves clues. Success
Hmm.
leaves clues. So
Yeah.
it's like you bring this guy in here. He's coming to compete. He's going to communicate. He's gonna talk. He's gonna play hard. So we'll see what it do. Come from a winning rapport.
Yeah.
That's a Coach T thing. Come from a
Hey,
winning
hey, hey,
rapport. I
hey,
like
hey, want
this.
to know, man? Are you a winner? I
Are you
like
a
winners.
winner?
I want you to
I
come
like
from a program
winners.
that knows what it takes to win,
Yeah,
man.
you know how to
Because when you
win.
get here, yeah, we ain't got time for you to be
You at
figuring it
least know
out.
how to line up. You
Yeah.
know how to talk, communicate, and get lined up.
All the
You know.
basic stuff.
Come on.
Hey, day one foundational, you have that. And that definitely shows on that Iowa defense. But it was funny. I'm like, yo, we like these Iowa players a lot. We keep tapping into these dudes, man.
There's nothing wrong with it though.
Man,
There's
but
nothing
shout out.
wrong with it. You get you a good player out of there. There's nothing wrong with it. You
Hey,
get you
look, look,
something
look.
out of there.
Shout out to Iowa, man.
Mm,
Shout out to
Get you
Iowa, all
something
right?
out of there.
All right, all right.
And they need a safety with the
No,
with
facts
what
on that.
happened.
Yeah.
Because they didn't draft the safety.
No,
When
they
you think
didn't.
about it,
They
they didn't
they
draft the safety.
they signed Juan Thornhill from Cleveland, but the
Okay,
big question
yeah,
mark with him is going to be
facts.
availability. That's always the
So
thing
it's
with him. Yep.
so it's almost like it's a draft pick.
It's yeah. I was about to say
That's what they brought in
he
that
has to
safety.
feel good about it because he's saying to himself, yes, Juan Thornhill higher pedigree and a more productive career thus far. But when you
But
look
I'm
at his
young
availability or his availability, you're like, yo, this dude has been banged up, and we know your best ability is your availability.
for sure.
And if for Sebastian, he says, man, I'm a physical player, I'm smart as heck, fundamentally sound, and he tackles well, can blitz. Like you said, can play that safety side, can play the slot corner stuff, and we know he's going to do special teams as well. He has a chance to make it interesting for himself. And I think that's all you want as a young guy coming onto a roster. Man, just give me a shot. I just
Just
need to
give me a
see
shot.
like
And he got a
where there
shot.
is this. He has is legit. I think all
That's
these
a legit
dudes
shot. That's fine.
outside of probably the kicker, I think all of them have a legit like avenue of how they can make the roster. You know what I mean?
And the kicker gets a true audition.
Yeah,
He
because he's
gets
gonna get all the
true.
kicks. He's getting all the
Yeah,
kicks.
that's
Yeah,
probably the best spot. Like not even
right,
to be for it, because it's
right.
like
Because you're gonna get all the tape.
your
Yeah,
your tape always translates.
yeah.
That
You get
48
every
yarder is a
kick.
48 yarder.
It don't matter where. It don't matter who
Mm,
you was against. It
mm,
don't matter if it was in the
mm.
first quarter or the fourth quarter.
Come on, they be
Yeah.
like, no, that
Whereas,
translates. We like
uh,
that. You know,
whereas they will question your production in the preseason if you play
for
offense and
sure,
defense. Who
for
was you going
sure.
against? What time of the game was it, bro?
He go out there
Uh,
and bang him a 48 yarder,
yeah.
another 48 or 42
Come on,
consistent on the
man.
job. You be
Hey,
good.
look, and he's hit a 58 just last year in
A
college, man.
bomb,
He hit a 58, so it was like if you kicking from 58, we know you've been kicking at Pitt your whole collegiate career.
for
That's
sure.
the same stadium we in, baby. Heck yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
I hate
So
that part for him. That's the only
just
thing,
stop.
not a good decision maker, man. You gotta need to you gotta
He
watch
said,
this.
he said it's just
You know,
questionable decision, man. A questionable
questionable
loyalty because
decision
he
making.
stayed there on top of it. So it's like
Man.
he didn't realize he was in a bad relationship and just
Yeah,
stayed
and
there
he
this long
stayed
time
in
on
it.
top
That's
of it. That
dangerous.
makes me
You
concerned
know?
about him a little bit.
Probably could lock him in. That's dangerous. That's dangerous. But he don't have to move too far. He ain't gotta do too much. He could
Well,
probably
see,
stay
look,
in the
look,
same
keep the
place he
same
was staying.
apartment, man. Keep the same
Same
spot, bro. You ain't gotta
same
move.
spot.
Yeah.
Carson Street, you be good. You know?
Let's get it, man. Let's get it. Shout out to my pit guys out there. All right, jeez. But on top of the undrafted free agents, we also made an addition to that wide receiver room via one of my former teammates, man, a guy that I had as a rookie up in Buffalo, Robert Woods,
I
man.
seen that. I was
Yeah, signed him on a
yeah.
1 year,
OG.
$2 million deal. That's my guy. I'm like, oh, the young fella still kicking,
And man, he's
still
still
doing it.
rocking.
13 in this thing. I'm like, bro, God is good. Keep killing it, man.
I
Like,
remember him at
awesome cat,
SC.
man.
I
Hey,
remember him
silky
at
smooth,
SC.
man. Heck yeah. Silky
Stedman Bailey,
smooth.
like, sit down,
Uh-huh.
catch the ball,
Yup,
smooth,
yup.
good hand,
Soft
strong
hands.
hand.
Yup. Go do
He
everything.
vetty in there now.
Oh yeah.
He vetty in
Super
there.
vetty. And look,
Cal
does some punt return. You're like, oh, you just one of them dudes now to just have continue to age. Just
football
age
player.
like a fine wine right there, man. Heck
Football
yeah,
player.
man.
Good for the room. Uh, I think that's a room
You catch it.
pickup.
Okay. You catch it.
I think that's a let's all stay cool in here. Let's stay
Yeah.
calm. It's okay. I've been there before. You don't have to act
Yeah.
like that. I've
Uh,
been the man. I've been
I done done the
normal.
bad boy cage. I
Come
done got
on.
paid. I done been in
I
the
done lived
big
in
market. I done been in
Cali.
the small
Yeah.
market.
Come
I was
on.
in Buffalo. I done done all
hmm
of it.
Let's
Yeah.
stay calm in here. We're all gonna get the
Yeah.
ball. It's all right. Don't
Nice
panic.
quarterback,
Yeah,
work in progress quarterback. Like my man
yeah.
that had it all. Yeah.
Let's work with him, bro. Let's go out there and catch some
You
passes with, like, I
continue.
know him. Yeah, you know how it go.
Don't look at him
Yeah,
and be like, "Yo, you suck." Say, "Yo, work with
no.
him."
Hey, let's go talk
Come
to
here.
him.
Let me show you how I like this right here. Don't put the
Yeah,
ball here. Put the ball here. If you put it here, it's
yeah.
easier on all of us, man. That's
Come on, you
you
know.
need the vet. You need
So
a vet, bro.
that's a vetty pickup. That's another coach in there.
Look,
You
look.
know,
He said we was tired of the crash outs. We was crash out heavy. All right.
can't be straight young. You got to get one to keep it calm. You know. If you remember when AB was always a Kotri and
Yeah,
Jericho in
all
there,
right.
yeah.
You
If
had a
you know, you
Hayward Bay.
know.
You had a Hayward
Come
Bay at one
on,
point. He's
keep it
like, yo,
calm.
keep it calm. I've
Keep
been
it
the guy.
calm.
I've been the highest paid. I've been the glitz
Mhm.
and glamour. I've been the
I'm on the
Cali.
teams.
Yes.
Yo, I get the coffee too. Let's keep it calm.
Yes.
This where I get my Bentley cleaned up, bro. You don't got to go to those guys no more.
Yeah.
Come to
Look,
these.
look. I know
Yeah.
when it's like the head of Bentley. I've done
Come
that too,
on.
bro. But just, you ain't
Keep it
gotta like
calm.
look at him crazy every time he makes a bad throw or a
It's
bad decision.
okay.
Or even
Yeah.
though you're open and he didn't see you, it's all right.
It's all right.
You ain't gotta throw the helmet every
We'll
single
fix it
time.
on tape, bro.
Yeah, I
We'll
mean,
get it on tape
let's talk with him behind closed doors, man. It'd be better for all of us.
for sure.
Shout out to
Mr.
my dog.
3000, you know.
Yeah.
Let me get the cameras, man. Don't do that. I was young before. Don't do that.
Bro,
No, you
he
know.
said, "Look, man, I've lived this life. All right, I know what it's
Yeah,
like to be a receiver in the NFL. I know what it feels like. I know when the glitz, the glamour, the lights, the expectations. I get it, man.
for sure.
But I do like that. But he still does also. I will say this, man. Not just the in the locker room part, but also still think that he still provides some type of on-field value as well, man. We
For
know, like
sure.
you said, he's one of those dudes. He's gonna kill you in the zone. You know, all right, sit
Mhm.
down, find the soft spot, man. That's what he does. That's what he's made a
Bail you
living.
out, show up, be
Yeah,
there when you're supposed to be
absolutely,
there.
man. Yep,
hmm It's a good
yep.
pickup. I'm not
Reliable
mad
dude,
at it.
man.
Yeah,
Yeah,
good pickup. In a room that needs help, it's a solid
yeah,
pickup.
yeah,
You know?
absolutely. Because we are very young, even though we feel
hmm
very good about the overall talent. It is still a very young room. I mean, when you think in DK, GP, those are young guys that are the alphas of that room. Then from there,
Sure.
we're talking Calvin Austin,
For sure.
Roman Wilson, Ben
For
Skronik. It's
sure.
like, whoa, whoa, whoa.
In a
So,
room that still needs help, that's another one.
yeah,
You know?
yeah, absolutely. So, even though we're excited about, like you said, the Rock Taylors and the Keyshawn Williams, undrafted guys signing in those potential opportunities, having a guy like Woods not only, gives you a proven commodity in there as well, but just a different type of receiver. Because, like you said, man, we feel like we got the crazy speed part of it with the Calvin Austin. We're hoping Roman Wilson could develop into what we are going to be getting with the Robert Woods. You know what I mean? That silky smooth, Bill you all can do all that other stuff in the slot. So
Hey,
I think that, yeah, like I said, man, all those things that I see from him coming into this situation, I think are going to be positives as a whole, or net positives as a whole for that wide receiver room, man.
for sure.
Yeah.
I agree.
So
I agree.
shout out on that there, man. Shout out. I like it, baby. I like it. Now, I meant to ask you about this last time, but once again, said we just ain't had enough time at that time, man. But you did see where Deontay Johnson came back to the AFC North, right?
I did see that.
Did you?
I
Because
did see that.
we didn't get a chance to talk about that just yet, baby. But yeah,
They've been all around the AFC North.
Man, everywhere but Cincinnati now, right? Come
They're all
on,
around the
man.
AFC North.
I'm like, oh, but the back with of all people, the quarterback that he got was upset about won the league. I said, bro, you back in Cleveland now? You in Cleveland with Kenny and your boy Flacco now, man.
But
And
they not the
Shador
guy.
and Dylan
It should.
Gabriel, yeah.
I
But
just I just don't see
we don't know
Shador
who the
coming
guy
out
is
of
over
that.
there.
I don't see
I don't.
Shador not coming out of that. I think it's so you
I think it's
gotta
weird
go with
over there.
Shador.
I think
Yeah,
it's weird over there, bro.
I think you'll see Gabriel. You'll see the young boy. You'll see the young lefty.
I
You'll
think
see
you're gonna
that
see a.
early.
I think you'll see a lot
Mhm,
of them. Before, I think
mhm.
you see Shador like last out the barrel.
See, I don't though.
How you see it playing out?
I think you'll see Shador early. I think him and Shador click. I think
Okay,
that'll be a link up. I think Shador will mesh with the receivers well. I think
okay,
Shador will get pushed almost into it where it's like, let's go ahead and let him rock. You know,
okay.
I think Gabriel will get the start of it. I think Shador will come get it. I think Flacco's the OG in case if it do start to do well and it need one, Flacco go
Yeah,
fix it. Go
yeah.
keep it together. Keep it
Hmm.
calm in here. I think Flacco's the like we just talked about the program guy. Let's keep
Yeah.
it calm in here,
Breathe,
keep it
woosah,
stable.
guys. I know what
But
it's
it's
like. Yeah.
yeah, but it's Shador and Dylan. Dylan will start it. Shador come take it.
Yeah.
You know.
Now, what is Kenny having this conversation? Because he's the only one outside of Flacco that has NFL starts and production.
Yeah, he's the backup person. You
Okay.
know.
Okay.
Kenny's in a little bit of trouble to me. Like Kenny's the one that's in
All
trouble
right.
to me. I think
Okay.
Flacco's in there solid. He's the OG. The
Yeah.
competition's Dylan and Shador, and I think Kenny's the outlier. I think Kenny's the if somebody gets hurt around the league, they shop
They coming to
Kenny.
find him. Yeah, that's
I
the guy they
think
gonna
Kenny's
move.
shoppable.
I can
I
see
think you
that.
got
I can
Kenny to
definitely see
ship it.
that.
You know,
Yeah.
we'll grab some with this. You
Yeah.
know,
I can see
but
that.
I don't think he's in there to be in there. I don't think that's what
Yeah.
that is.
Now, do you think with those quarterbacks though, Deontay Johnson still be able to mesh with that and still be good out there too? Or do you see this playing out like how it's been in Baltimore and in Houston as well, where it's short lived, doesn't work?
But did Baltimore not work or did it just not work? You know,
See, I
you
don't
see it.
know because you heard the
You see
reports
it.
where it was like they told him not to come in there anymore.
They
Think about
did.
that,
It
man.
did not
They
work.
told the
It
man not
did
to
not
come
work.
in here no more, bro.
Yeah,
We
don't
we've
worry
never
about it.
had that.
We're
Yeah,
cool.
yeah. They say yo, don't
But you
show
know
up.
how it is, like man, you go to
Mm.
like Pittsburgh's so raw and real that it's like it's hard to go other places because it's
I would
hard to,
agree.
communicate, speak the language.
Hmm. Yeah.
Um, I
They're not
think
gonna
he'll
put up with stuff, but they also don't communicate to you that they're not putting up with it until they letting you know that we won't put up with it. Is you know how it
he's
go,
in that
bro.
thumbs up or thumbs down phase for sure in
Yeah,
a sense because it's
yeah.
like if you go out here and it turns into per se attitude. Now you're in
Uh
that Tony category that it just don't work.
yeah.
Send him to Kansas City, let it finish.
Hmm.
But
Yeah,
you know what I mean. But it's like he can't afford a bad attitude on this one. He got
yeah,
to go in there, good attitude. It gotta either leave organically, it just didn't work, or it just can't afford another.
yeah.
Because now it's
Because
you.
it's danger zone, right? I'm
Mhm.
like, bro, when you go Pittsburgh, Carolina, Baltimore, Houston, all within a calendar year,
10 minutes,
you like, bro, it can't be all of them. We
right?
know two of these organizations we consider, high class Baltimore and Pittsburgh, and then it's like you got Houston who under the new
That's high class.
regime,
Yeah,
everybody's hot, everybody's
it's
excited. So we
respected.
like,
It's
we could give you
respected.
Carolina, but the
Yeah,
other three. So
I
that's
think
what
he
I'm
just
like,
had a
Cleveland, I
tough.
think gets weird.
He got a tough rap sheet, and when you get that rap
Yeah,
sheet, like it's tough,
yeah,
And it's not that
yeah.
it's a bad person, or anything. It's just passionate,
Yeah,
tough rap
yeah,
sheet. And
yeah.
they
When you're
put you in that
passionate
box.
about it,
Yeah,
man, now how do you articulate that passion?
can you
And if
calm
you
that
don't do it
down?
perfectly, yeah, they label you a
It's
hothead.
like
You know that.
some people are scared of that with young
Hmm.
quarterbacks, a Texans type.
Yeah,
Some people it just
it
you gotta
weighs on you,
find
man. I mean,
gotta
you
find the right
seen
home.
we even saw in Buffalo how the Diggs and Allen being played out. It can weigh
Just
on you, man.
it can
Yeah,
wait on you.
hmm
We know you're open. We get it. Give us
yeah.
a second.
We get it, bro. We get it.
Give
I know
us a
you're open every
second.
play, bro. I promise. I
We
know. I
get
know.
it.
I know.
So it has to work though. You can't go up there and do that. You gotta go up there positive and just be you, be him.
Yeah.
Good player though,
That's what
super
I'm
good
saying. I'm
player,
like, yo, to
explosive.
see the talent, the ability to get open and create separation. I'm like, how do you move this many times in such a short span when we know there are not that many wide receivers that are better than you?
For sure.
Like, yeah,
Kansas
but
City get him. Let Kansas City get hold of him. It'd be tough.
nah, man,
Calm
keep him
him.
in Cleveland, man, because you go to Kansas City, that's a whole other weapon. We don't need Mahomes at
Kansas
that.
City get hold
Yeah,
of them.
yeah, yeah, he'll need that. He'll need that. But if he don't want to wear that brown, it's always a place he can keep going. Just shout out to New York, man. I'm a New York guy, bro. All right.
They don't fit that. He not for the New York. I think Kansas City actually be perfect.
Oh man, put him in
But you
Buffalo, bro. He'd be
talking
perfect in
joke.
Buffalo, bro. Put him up there. That
Kansas
little red. He'd
City
be
is sneaky
perfect,
be
bro.
perfect.
Nah, man. I don't need to go to Kansas City, man. If he want to go somewhere quiet, go to Buffalo, man. All right, that's why I sent him to. All right, I sent him right up there, Buffalo, New York. Yep. But but yeah, man, feeling good about it all. Feeling good about it all, man. Shoot, I was gonna the last thing before we get up out of here, man. Wanted to pull up, man. Check with you. How you just follow some of this UFL stuff, bro? Like.
Yeah.
It's been some cool
It's
little
good
headlines
football.
going on out there, man. Good ball getting played out there, man. Obviously, the big talk this weekend was the quarterback Bryce Perkins out there
Hmm.
showing, he could get it in. You know what I
The
mean?
big man.
Yeah,
The big
yeah,
man.
man. I was like, all
I like
right. I
Remember
see shit.
we talked early and the whole thing was like let it develop a little bit. Let
Hmm.
it get to about these weeks about 4 or 5 and start
Yeah.
cooking. Now you got good football. These boys know
Yeah.
what they looking at. They know they reads.
They play it
Man, you got good
fast.
football. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
football. It's competition.
And look, I done
So
caught myself multiple times locked there like, oh yeah, he really balling right now. Like, all right. And they hitting too.
mm. I
That's
watch the
the
Michigan team a lot. I see them a lot.
yeah.
Um, obviously St. Louis. I'm a St. Louis fan. You
See,
know, I
I
like
always St. Louis like
DC.
them. So you're DC. I'm St. Louis, Birmingham, and San Antonio because they're the old black
Okay.
and gold. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Those my
Okay.
ones. Yeah, but bro,
Okay.
it's some good ball being played right now, though,
It's good
man. It definitely
football.
is.
You
Now,
know?
look, I was also laughing because I was like, man, just like any league, it can't just be you balling. Sometimes we need some of that ratchet, some of that off the field to spice it up. Shout out to
Ah, man. Look,
Big Puka, big Puka the cool's older brother, Samson the
he
cool.
bro-
Oh man,
he broke the code. You could do a lot. You can't touch the fan.
whoa,
You could yell at him. You could talk to him crazy. You could give it all back. Y'all can verbally. You can't touch him.
yo,
Don't do that. He knew. He knew he messed up as soon as he did it too.
yo.
Oh, he tried to get out of there.
And
Too
his man
late.
was like me too. His man was like, just come on.
Get out of here, man. He
I
knew he
said,
messed up.
oh no.
Oh man.
Yeah, if I don't expect the fans, all right. I evolution, baby. All right. That
You
had my
can't
eyes. The headline, boop. I was like, oh. And
can't touch the fan.
it was
You
the
can do a lot.
and look,
Can't
no
touch it.
press is bad press though. Shout out to the
No
UF. I'm
press
like,
is
if you
bad
had to
press.
pick a person to
It
do
was the
it,
perfect
it's the
purse.
perfect person
The
to do it.
name,
Oh man.
we don't even know it. Like not the
I was
big.
like, he had a brother.
He had a brother. We didn't even know.
He had a brother.
Man, does he have routes like his brother? Like, is this one? No.
Does he play like Puka? And I was just
Yeah.
asking
Is
for a
this
friend, just
another
trying to
one?
figure
We
out.
didn't
Like,
know.
we
I
barely
know.
knew about the first way. He just popped
I
up
know.
on the scene, so I'll be like, hey, maybe it's the same thing here. Yeah.
That's tough. You can't never do that.
Oh
Malice,
man.
mind you, Detroit. You know the malice of the palace. Like, just you can't
Even
fight the
when they
face.
deserve it, even when they
Yeah,
deserve it, because
you
the
can't
mouse
fight
and
the
the
face.
pals, I'm like, I don't care what y'all saying, bro. They
Yeah,
deserved it. All right,
yeah.
they
I'm
all
coming
of
to
them,
see you.
all of them. You deserve
Mm.
it,
Yeah,
but
but you can't do that.
you can't do it.
Can't do that.
And we've seen it multiple times. Even what was the man in Seattle? Was that Michael Bennett? I want to say down when they were playing in
Michael Bennett.
Jacksonville. Yeah, he
Did
was
he
about
whoop
to
a
go up
fan?
in the stairs on the bed. Oh man, yeah.
LeGarrette Blunt.
Oh
LeGarrette Blunt fell out the
yeah,
draft doing that.
yeah. Think about it,
Hmm.
bro. Yeah,
Hmm.
yeah.
Can't
Can't
touch
put
the
your
fan.
hands on him. Hey,
Can't
keep
put
your
your
hands to
hand on the
yourself,
fan.
man. Keep your hands to yourself,
Gotta
man.
just. I didn't do it. Don't do it.
It was just such a shock, though, bro. I was like, yo, he really smart. He couldn't
The but he
do
knew he
it.
must. As soon as he did, he
As
got
soon
out
as
of there.
I'm like, oh, I gotta
Oh
go. I
man,
gotta go.
I knew I shouldn't have did that.
Yeah. That is funny
So,
how that works though, bro. That is funny, man, because I'm sure, man, you've
so
been in stadiums where fans have, said all type of
say
nonsense
crazy
and
stuff.
maybe even
They
throw
do.
stuff. And you're just like, bro, y'all can get away with all of this, but if I return the favor, if I walk up in this crowd, oh man, y'all
It's
gonna look at
trouble.
me like I done lost my mind. Like
It's
what?
like a. It's like an animal jumping in like the lion. You go see the lions.
Uh
You throw something and it jump in the stands. Like, oh
You like,
no,
you can't do that
hey,
now. You threw the
yeah,
popcorn,
what's
didn't you?
that?
All right, what's up,
Hmm.
bro? No. We ain't signed up for that, bro. You tripping.
So yeah,
Yeah,
I thought that was crazy. That was a lot.
yeah.
Keep your hands to yourself. Keep your hands to yourself. That's one of the rules. Protect the
Yeah,
brand, man. Keep your
yeah,
hands to
bro.
yourself.
I said, yeah, man. I don't know. I was like, hopefully the fan just take it on the chin and it's all love, or he just sues Puka or just sues Simpson. All right.
Yeah.
I say, because they best well come after that lead behind that type of
You
stuff,
come
bro. You
out to
gotta be
that
careful.
league
All
after
right,
that. You
yeah. So you
know,
gotta be careful, bro. Yeah,
I own it now.
yeah.
I'm one of
Uh-huh.
the
Yeah.
co-owners around here.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Yeah.
I love that. That's
Mm.
a very expensive slap, all right? So
Yeah.
yeah.
Don't
Yeah.
do it. Don't do it.
But yo, man, shout out to you, man, once again. Like I said, man, take your time, man, to jump on with me, man, talk about all the stuff that we've talked about today. And yeah, man, we'll do this again later on. All right, sounds like a plan, baby.
For sure. My dog, there's
My
some
dog.
exciting people in this draft,
It
man. That
is
just
though.
happened in this draft, man. Doing some stuff,
Yeah.
man. There's some guys you gotta open your eyes, man. Don't
Come
sleep on
on,
some of
man.
these picks, man.
Hey,
Like,
big. Hey, look,
all
look.
right.
Hey, look. We're gonna have to get some content cooking over there, all right? Because I know
Sleep on
you,
some of
you,
these
you
picks.
having
There's
your.
some
Hey, look, look,
guys
look, I'm about
that
to say,
they
I know you
yeah.
seeing some stuff, man. All right, we're gonna have to get something right.
Just like
We're
the
gonna have to.
tape hotter than you think.
Hey,
That's
hey,
all
look, look,
the
look,
tape
look,
hotter
look.
than you think,
Now,
man. That's
all
all
right,
I'm telling you.
now,
Don't sleep
TG,
on the name. Don't let the name fool you.
don't play with these people. These people like tape, all right. If
Yeah.
y'all like tape, you hit the like button one time for the coach, and don't forget to subscribe. I know how y'all
Totally.
feel about it. They rocks with the tape though, bro. All
Yeah.
right. So if
Don't
you
let that
gonna do
name
it,
fool you just because
don't
it's
tease them
family.
now.
That
All
tape
right.
is hot.
All
All
right,
right.
all right,
All
all right,
right.
all right. I
Yeah.
see what your boy. I see my dog is on. All right.
Yeah. Don't sleep on that
He said,
tape.
stay tuned, stay tuned. All right, stay tuned, stay tuned.
Totally.
I
Totally.
peeps you,
Yeah.
bro. I like it, man. You know we go deep dive
Nice.
even more though, man. As like I said, the off season continues to go, OTAs get picked up and stuff like that, man. We're gonna talk more about these draft picks, man, in terms of what they're gonna bring, positives, and some of the things we got to also be, looking out for from a negative with them as well, man. But like I said, definitely excited about it, baby. But that will, like I said, man, conclude what we was on today. So, like I said, definitely appreciate you again. And like I said, man, until next time, baby. Peace.